It's just ugly to me, man. Like I think that worse than anything, we've seen the myths about the left be just torn down this
Shattered.
electoral cycle.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
shattered. The idea that the quote unquote left in this country were critical thinkers who cared about the rights of minorities, who weren't prone to
Bruh.
the team sport games mentality of the right wing
Yeah.
warmongers, who weren't prone to like jingoism or nationalist policies.
Yeah.
And we've seen that largely the only difference between the left and the right is which color you prefer.
Yep.
On more issues, there are more issues there are more issues combining the left and the right in the country,
Yeah.
the establishment, the well-off, than there are separating them. It really just depends on whether or not you think
Dude,
women and black people are in fact people, and whether you think poor people should die in the streets or not.
Yeah.
And like for me, that's not like those aren't big enough issues to define your political ideology by.
Well, a couple things to that, right? So one, absolutely, I co-sign that 100%. Like I have been so disappointed to realize that our side, quote unquote, our side is 100% capable of being intentionally obtuse, ignoring nuance, playing sportsmanship politics, not caring about an issue. They just care about their politician's position or their politician's ability to survive an issue. The propaganda machine, 100% the same as what we've been complained about from the Republicans for the last 8 years. Somebody has doors opening left and right in the background. Here's the other thing. I'm going to be really glad when this election is over, because there are people who've been parading as progressives who are honestly the only thing they care about is being against Hillary Clinton, even to the detriment of some key progressive issues. Those people, I will be glad to see them fleshed out, like just flushed out of our system. Just go ahead, like win or lose, whatever happens, then you can stop pretending to be a progressive and go ahead with your obsession with Hillary Clinton. Because I'm sorry, there are just some issues that I've seen people bend on and genuflect around in order to oppose Hillary Clinton. And I'm like I really wonder, have you been a progressive at all, or was Bernie Sanders just a convenient muse for you to oppose Hillary Clinton? That's what another thing that has shocked me about this election. Somebody get the last word, and then we still have to talk about Lil Wayne's ignorant ass.
I'll jump on there very briefly and just say I sent out a tweet a couple days ago that basically said, if it had been Bernie versus Trump, this would not be such a shit show. And I'll hold the profanity. That'll be my only curse, Ben. But it wouldn't be such a debacle. And some people questioned whether, Bernie would be able to actually survive the general because of the GOP's knack for getting off topic and avoiding any issues. And I felt like it was the question to me was, if the general electorate, if the people that couldn't vote in the primaries or people that weren't even tuned in the primaries, because let's face it, everything's just too long. If those that weren't tuned in and the independents that can vote now, if they were faced with Trump, who's just completely void of substance, versus a Bernie Sanders who refuses to talk anything other than substance and policy. Yeah. To me, I can't imagine the majority of choosing to go with Trump. Yeah. I feel like it would have been a completely different.
Oh no, it would have been completely over already.
Well, you also would have had the Bernie army. I mean, grassroots has sat on their hands. If folks haven't noticed, I mean, because you got everybody scrambling now. Today is almost over. Yeah. So we're 5 days from the election. Everybody's scrambling to get people to do phone banking and all types of stuff. The machine that was the burning grassroots army, which was self-directed, self-motivated, largely driven, there is nothing like it this election cycle. And the Clinton campaign, instead of trying to find a way by even, appealing to, folks like Nina Turner. I mean, we talked about that. I thought that was in a previous conversation with Michael Graham, shutting down Nina Turner and basically shutting down any of Bernie's influence.
Yep, that was insane.
Prohibited any type of hope of even mounting an alliance to defeat Trump. Yeah. Like whatever efforts people are putting forth now is So they better have hope and prayer. Leslie Wings, with on the Democratic African American Women's Caucus down in Florida, has been on the circuit down there going off about how the Florida Dems have been mucking up like they did in 2000, like they've done in 2004.
Yeah.
They are falling short. They have dropped the ball. Same all across the South, North Carolina. These are issues we're talking about. Oh my God, this is happening in North Carolina. Y'all knew about these issues 7 months ago. I'm looking at a Nation article from March. Right here with the same exact issues people were talking about happening now in North Carolina were happening 7 months ago.